The Lucy Show. Starring Lucille Ball. Co-starring Gail Gordon.
Gladys, how much is 17 and 14?
31.
And how much is 26 and 35?
61.
And how much is 30?
Lucy, if you have so much trouble adding figures, why don't you learn to use the tabulator?
Quiet. I don't want them to think that I can be replaced by a machine.
I'd like to cash this check, please.
Yes, sir. Sid Caesar? Oh, I can't believe it. Look who you are.
That's me, all right.
Oh, well, this is quite a thrill.
Well, you certainly know how to make people feel welcome.
Oh, well, I've always wanted to meet you, Mr. Caesar. Oh, may I have your autograph?
Certainly, thank you.
Oh, you know, whenever you're on television, I turn my set off and go next door.
You what?
My girlfriend has a color set.
Oh.
Oh, I'm so thrilled. Oh, thank you. I can't believe this.
Now, please, the check, please.
Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir. $1,000. Yes, sir. $1,000.
Man cannot live by bread alone.
Oh, that's funny. Yes, sir. You want $1,000? Yeah. Well, could I give you $1,000 bill?
Well, that's not really very wieldy, you know what I mean?
Oh, well, how about 10 $100 bills?
No, you see, I'd rather have smaller bills, say, some 50s, some 20s, some 10s, and 5s.
Oh, I have to add up 50s, 20s, 10s, and 5s, so it comes out exactly 1,000, huh? Well, let's see. Oh, I tell you what, I'll put this right up here, and you just pick out what you want.
Those 50s look delicious. I'll have a dozen of those. And let me have 10 of those pretty green 20s with the mid-centers.
10, 20.
And I'd like, on those 10s look nice and fresh, I'll have 10 10s.
10, 10. Yes, sir.
And give me a dozen and a half of those crisp, nice $5 bills.
A dozen and a half? A dozen and a half. 12 is a dozen. Oh, it says. There, now how much is that?
That's $990.
$990?
Yes.
Oh, well, you have $10 more coming.
Yes, let me have 10 of those itsy-bitsy singles.
Oh, some itsy-bitsy singles. All right. There you are, 10 little itsy-bitsies, $1,000.
There we are, and here we are. Here's $10 for yourself, eh?
Oh, no.
Now, you go buy yourself a pair of stockings.
Oh, I couldn't.
I insist.
Oh, well, now, you really are so generous.
Easy come, easy go.
Well, thank you. Did you see who that was?
Yeah.
Oh, I gotta go tell Mr. Mooney I met Sid Caesar. Put the money away, will you?
Mr. Caesar, I assure you the bank will do everything possible to prevent that forger from cashing any more checks on your account.
Well, I should hope so.
Well, now...
Mr. Mooney, guess what?
Please, Miss Carmike, I'm busy.
But this is important. Guess who I just cashed a check for? In person.
Whom?
Sid Caesar.
Oh, no!
Yeah.
You cashed a check for Sid Caesar?
Yes, and you should have seen him. He's a... Who are you?
Who do you think he is, you nincompoop?
I'm Sid Caesar.
But if you're Sid Caesar, who is that man?
That man was an imposter, a forger.
Oh, but he seems so nice. He even gave me his autograph. I mean, your autograph.
He gives out lots of autographs, and on checks, and my checks.
How much was this one for?
$1,000.
Let's go.
Oh, can I get you a glass of water?
Better make it a bucket. I think I'll drown myself. Mrs. Carmichael, when you cash a check, don't you ever ask for identification?
Well, certainly, but who doesn't know Sid Caesar?
You didn't!
Oh, now, it wasn't my fault. He was so much like you, Mr. Caesar. Why, your looks, your physique, even your personality.
Can't understand it. How can a man with so much going for him turn to crime? I mean, look at these checks. He's forged 600, 1,100, now 1,000. I mean, I wish I could afford to live like that.
Yeah, me too. He sure must be a big spender. He even gave me $10 and told me to buy myself some stockings.
Oh, fine. Now he's a big tipper. With my money.
Yeah.
I mean, with Mr. Mooney's money.
Mr. Mooney's money?
It so happens the bank has to make good on those forgeries.
Oh, well, then thank you for my stockings, Mr.
Will you be quiet? I've got to figure out how we can catch that criminal.
Yes, sir. Oh, I have an idea how we could tell the forger from Mr. Caesar.
How?
Well, look, when you come in to cash a check, we could have a little signal. You could go like this. See? And then I'll know it's really you.
Mrs. Carmichael, you cannot ask a big star like Sid Caesar to go around making ridiculous gestures like this in a public place.
Oh, no, Mr. You did it wrong. It's with the thumb under.
She's right, Mr. Mooney. Most people go like this, with the thumb out. But with the thumb in, it's a good signal. The RAF used to use it a lot.
The RAF?
When they made a drop, they always went like this.
I didn't know that.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I thought I just made that up.
Well, from now on, this will be our signal, right?
Okay.
Goodbye, Mrs. Carmichael.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr. Mooney.
Goodbye.
What? You're doing the thumb out. Thumb under.
Thumb under.
And then.
And then wiggle
There
the
you go.
finger.
See? Wiggle your finger.
Thank you, Mr. Mansbridge.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Caesar.
I'd like to cash this check, please.
Yes, sir. You forgot something.
Like what?
A secret signal, so I'll know it's you and not the forger, remember?
Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, I remember, yes. Now, would you mind cashing the check now, please?
Mr. Caesar, I hope you won't resent this, but on account of your forgetting our little signal and just for your own protection, to make sure that you're really you, would you do me a favor?
Like what?
Well, I saw you in that show, Little Me, and you know the song that you sang to the girl in the second act?
Oh, yes, I remember that, yes.
Yeah, well, would you mind doing it for me?
Well, you see, in the show, I did it with a girl, and it's very difficult to do it with other girls.
Well, I'd be very happy to help you.
Oh. Well, you see, in the show, it went something like this. Pardon me, miss, but I've never done this with a real white girl.
That's the song, that's it.
Straight off the farm with an actual armful of real white girl. Pardon me if your affectionate squeeze fogs up my glasses and buckles my knees. I'm simply drowned in the sight and the sound and the scent and the feel of a real live girl.
Oh, that's just wonderful. I hope you weren't offended, Mr. Caesar,
Oh.
but I just wanted to make sure it was you, you know?
It's my pleasure, and with your brilliant mind, I know we're going to catch that forger.
Oh, well, I certainly hope so. There you are, sir. $1,000.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
what was that little routine all about?
Well, I just wanted to make sure that that was really Mr. Caesar, so I made him sing a song from the show he was in.
Oh, that was very smart. May I see the check, please?
Yes, sir?
Oh, yes, that's Mr. Caesar's signature, all right.
You know, I really don't know how you can tell the difference. That forger is so good.
Well, when you've been around banking as long as I have, you develop a sort of know-how about those things, cunning, you know.
You really are very shrewd.
Oh, well,
No,
thank
really,
very
you
much.
are.
I'm glad you noticed that.
Oh, Mr. Mooney, it's the imposter. I'll detain him. You get the security officer. Oh, Mr. Caesar, how nice to see you.
Hi.
And what can I do for you today?
Well, first of all, I would like to have this,
If you would like
There
to
he
have
is,
a check.
there he is.
Rabbit!
All right,
Rabbit!
buddy, just come along quietly.
What's going on here? I'm Sid Caesar.
Oh, no. The real Sid Caesar just left here.
Yeah.
But I am Sid Caesar. I have identification.
Look out, he's going for a gun.
Don't make a move. Just keep your hands up. Now get over there to that counter. Put your hands on the counter and leave.
I'm telling you, I'm Sid Caesar. Look inside my coat pocket. My coat pocket. Look inside.
All right. Here. Mooney, you keep him covered while I frisk him. Now just keep him covered.
You stepped over there. That's very ticklish.
All right, easy now, easy. Uh-oh. Mr. Mooney.
What is it?
Some checks made out to Mr. Caesar and a deposit slip.
Now, would a forger be putting money into a bank?
Oh, I'm terribly sorry.
Well, you should be. I've never been so humiliated in all my life.
Oh, well, if this was a mistake so easily made. That man looks so much like you.
Then maybe I should try to find a banker who isn't so fooled by every pretty face that comes along.
Oh, this is all yours.
Don't shoot, Mr. Mooney, don't shoot! Fire me, take away my sick leave, but don't shoot!
Here, Mr. Mooney, please, give me the gun.
Oh, please, just one little shot. I'll clean up the mess, really.
Please, give me the gun. Give me it.
Oh,
There, you'll be all right.
no, I'll be all right if she keeps out of my way. You, stay away from the bank. Stay away from me, out of my sight. Stay away from the bank.
Oh, Mr. Mooney!
What now?
You've just given me a wonderful idea.
Where's that gun? I want the gun.
Listen, if Mr. Caesar would stay away from the bank just for a little while and not cash any more checks, then if that crook comes in the bank, we'll know that he's the forger.
It sounds like a good idea, Mr. Mooney.
Well,
It's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. It's even better than this.
Oh, anything's better than this.
Okay, Charlie. 10 to win on Crystal Princess in the fifth. You got a best.
Hiya, Rocky.
Well, if it ain't my old pal Frankie the Forger, how's the action?
I'm still writing fiction.
Boy, you sure got a good racket going for you. A bank account like Sid Caesar's to write checks on, huh?
It ain't as soft a touch as they think it is. You know, having to go around looking like the guy, acting like him, talking like him. And today I even had to sing like him. And that ain't easy for a guy with a nice voice like I got, you know what I mean?
Would you care for some lunch, boss? Yeah, I tell you what I'm going to have. I'm going to have the knockwurst and sauerkraut and some of those nice, crispy, brown mayonnaise potatoes, huh? How about you, Frankie? I can recommend the knockwurst.
No, thanks. Caesar's still on a diet now. I'll take my usual. Cottage cheese and skim milk.
Cottage cheese?
I didn't mind looking like Caesar, years ago. But since he's been on that diet, it's been killing me. I liked him better when he was a big, fat slob, you know? You know how long it's been since I've seen a pizza, or a lasagna, or a banana split, or a strawberry shortcake? And it ain't bad enough he wants to be thin. But dig this crazy hairdo. In the old days, I used to walk into a nightclub. The girls in the chorus would wink at me, huh? You know who winks at me now? The boys in the chorus.
Here you are, boss. Knockwurst and sauerkraut with lyonnaise potatoes. And for you, Frankie, cottage cheese and skim milk. Ah, that looks great. Delicious. Oh.
If he wants to waste away to nothing, that's his business. But I can't take it any longer. I can't go on like this. I gotta have it.
Frankie! You can't quit now. You're in your prime.
I know what I'm gonna do. Tomorrow, I'm going to that bank and lay a big one on him. I'm gonna forge one for $10,000.
10,000?
Yeah. And then you know what I'm gonna do?
What?
I'm gonna take a trip to Europe, hit all those famous restaurants, and eat everything in sight. Yeah, you remember the way I used to eat in the old days?
Boy, do I.
I was the only guy you ever saw in a cafeteria that needed a caddy. Why did I have to look like Sid Caesar? Why couldn't I have looked like Jackie Gleason? Worse. Yeah, then I could have eaten everything, huh? You don't care. Let me do the
Control.
Oh, Mr. Boozy, that payroll we had to handle this morning was so heavy that our cash on hand is nearly depleted.
Well, call the main branch and have them send over $50,000.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, remember, Mrs. Carmichael, the security officer and a policeman are stationed in my office.
Yes.
If Frankie the forger shows up, you press the intercom button 3 times.
Don't worry, sir.
Right.
Uh-oh.
What?
I better start pressing.
Good. Catch him passing a bad check.
Good morning, Mrs. Carmichael.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Caesar. You want to cash a check?
Yes, you see, last night I got a telegram from Las Vegas. They want me to come up and open up.
Oh, I see. Oh, $1,000.
Yes, I need some going-away money, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh, some going-away money. Well, I'd be very glad to oblige. In fact, we've even arranged a little going-away party for you.
That's it.
What's going on here?
We finally caught up with Frankie the forger.
Oh, no, not again! Frankie the forger, I'm Sid Caesar!
Oh, no, you're not. The real Mr. Caesar agreed not to cash any checks until we caught you.
I know, but that's what I was trying to explain to you. When I got home last night, I got a telegram that
You
told
can
me...
tell that story to the judge.
Yes, come on, Frankie.
I'm Sid Caesar, don't you understand? Pardon me, miss, but I've never done this.
Come on, we're taking
Pardon me, miss, and I've never done this.
Well, congratulations, Mrs. Carmichael.
My idea really worked, didn't it?
It certainly did.
You can fool some of the people all of the time, and you can fool all the people some of the time, but you better not fool around with us, huh?
That's very good, very good. And Mrs. Carmichael, as a reward, I would like to take you to lunch to my club.
Lunch at your club?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful. Oh,
Well, I
thank
think you
Miss-
deserve it. You
Thank
really
you.
do. You
Oh,
be-
look, here's the real Mr. Caesar.
Oh, why, so it is. Hello.
Hi there. Well, we did it.
Yeah.
You did what?
We caught Frankie the forger.
They took him out just now. They did?
Yep, my idea really worked.
Yeah.
By you agreeing not to cash any checks, the minute he walked in here, we knew who he was.
Say, now that Frankie the forger's out of the way, maybe I can cash a check without all this rigmarole going on, huh?
Of course, of course.
It's a big one, you know.
Well, it's your money.
You see, I'm leaving on a tour of Europe tomorrow, and
Oh.
I'll need $10,000.
So, 10,000. Well, I don't think we have that much cash on hand.
Oh, you
right
don't
now.
have it, huh?
Well, but we will just as soon as the messenger arrives from our main branch.
Well, how long will that take?
Oh, about an hour.
It'll take an hour, huh?
Well, now, you don't have to wait around, but why don't you join us for lunch?
Sure, we can celebrate catching Frankie the forger.
Good.
Okay.
Are you sure they caught this Frankie the forger?
Oh, yeah.
And are you sure they put him in jail?
They just waltzed him out of here.
Oh, well, then let's go, shall we?
Oh, wonderful.
Oh, you did. Well, thank you, Lieutenant. Thank you. Goodbye.
What did he say?
Well, Frankie the forger still claims that he's Sid Caesar.
Oh, honestly.
You know what else?
What?
They let him out on bail.
They let him out on bail?
Yeah, out on bail.
They let him out on bail. I think that's terrible. The way they let criminals walk around scot-free these days, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I wonder if he paid his bail with a check.
Here you are, miss. Chicken cacciatore, baked lasagna, and broccoli with hollandaise
Oh,
sauce.
that looks beautiful.
And for you, Mr. Mooney, roast turkey with oyster dressing, apple fritters, candy jams, and homemade cornbread.
Oh, that looks delicious.
And for your order, sir, cottage cheese and skim milk. Thank you.
Is that really all you're going to have? You ought to try this turkey.
Oh, now, Mr. Mooney, it's not nice to tempt someone when they're on a diet.
Oh, no.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, this lasagna is the best I have ever tasted.
I'm so glad. They do it very well.
What do you have?
I have the turkey with the oyster dressing.
Oh, I love it. I love what
I can't go on like this. Operator, get me the police.
The police?
What do you want with the police?
I can't stand this any longer. I can't go on like this. I've got to do... Hello, police. I'm in the dining room of the Lafayette Men's Club. Come and get me. This is Frankie the Forger. That's right. Frankie the Forger.
You are Frankie the Forger?
Yes. And before the cops get here, I'm going to have some food. Real food. Waiter!
Yes, sir?
Waiter!
Yes, sir?
Bring me pork chops and a squab stuffed with oyster dressing. Then stuff a squab and a turkey and some lasagna and black-eyed peas and candy jams and corn pone and Virginia hams, hot bread and turnip beans, fat back and lima beans, and that's what I like about the South. Now, wait a minute!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Bring me a corned beef sandwich, all fat. Now you're going to see some eating and some food.
All right, Frankie, let's go. We just got a call to pick you up.
You got here so fast.
Well, we were cruising in the neighborhood.
But the way they just took my order for lunch, you understand?
Well, don't worry about your lunch. We'll give you some nice bread and water down at the station. Come on, let's go.
Come here. Come on.
Come on, please.
Mrs. Carmichael, do you realize what's happened?
Yes, we finally got Frankie the Forger arrested.
We also got Sid Caesar arrested. One of our biggest clients.
Oh, no.
Yes, that's what
And
we...
another thing, Frankie the Forger, if you try to plead innocent, I'll be there to appear as a witness against you. Take him away. How do you do, Mr. Mooney? How do you do, Mrs. Carmichael? Nice to see you.
It is?
I thought you'd be furious.
So did I.
I just came over to apologize.
Apologize?
Of course, it was my fault. I wasn't supposed to cash a check, and I got you all confused.
Oh, well, you know, that is awfully nice of you. Isn't that nice
Oh.
of him? I just... But won't you join us for lunch?
Yes,
man?
please do.
Thank you. Oh, yes, please
Oh, you don't know how relieved we are. Oh, my
That
goodness.
other fellow.
Oh, my
May I ask you a
goodness.
question? How did you catch this Frankie the Forger? Huh?
Well, he gave himself up. He said he couldn't stand being on a diet anymore.
That's right. You know what else he did? He ran off with my drumstick.
Yeah. He just grabbed and ran.
Ran like a thief.
Well, it serves him right. If there's one thing I can't stand, it's a man who lacks willpower. Me, I have willpower.
Yeah, me too. You know, last year I made up my mind I wasn't going on any more diets, and I stuck to it.
Here's the food you ordered, sir.
Food?
Yes, sir.
Oh, waiter, Mr. Caesar doesn't want that now. He has cottage cheese and skim milk.
Oh, thank you.
Right. New salad. Give me this here. Oh, look at this food. Look at this here. Huh? Look at that. Look at that. Some food. I got some food. Oh, boy. It's food. You'll never need this.
The Lucy Show.